So you dream to become a social entrepreneur and you have a social business idea in mind for a while now, and you wonder if you should quit your job or start your social venture while still being an employee. My name is Solene. I'm the founder of Creators for Good and social entrepreneurship consultant, and every week I share with you tips and tricks for your social enterprise journey. Well, actually, I was in your position exactly 1 year ago. Today or this week, let's say, I'm celebrating the 1 year anniversary of the day I broke up with my former company. And I remember asking myself the exact same question. So I actually decided that I wanted to quit my job or like at least do something different with my life, something like 6 months before I actually, decided to talk with the HR lady and say goodbye. And in the meantime, I had, several ideas. I looked for like different jobs, and I looked into entrepreneurship, of course. Um, and what happened is that while I was, exploring all those different opportunities, I heard, I was advised by some of my friends, well, it's maybe a bit of a big risk. Why don't you keep your job and start doing your project on the side? Some other people advise me to like take a side, let's say like part-time job while starting to grow my own business. And today I will explain you why I decided not to do that and why I'm happy I made that choice, basically. I'm not here to tell you what to do because, everyone has its own situation, but at least what I can do is share what I have experienced and what I see with the clients that I have that I help becoming social entrepreneurs. So what happened to me 1 year ago when I, took my courage and went to see the HR to tell her that I had decided not to continue with the company. What happened is that she offered me a different job, which was really not expected, and was thus an even harder decision for me to make because, like, this different position that she was offering had many differences from what I had been doing before, and it was a different learning experience, and it was more flexible in terms of time. So I could actually have started my entrepreneurial journey on the side of that other job that I just had been offered. Um, Still, I decided not to, take that offer because I really believed in my project. I really, really believed in my social business idea, and I really wanted to dedicate myself to make it a success. And I couldn't see how I could do that a few hours per day. And actually, thank God I didn't take that job, because basically when you're an entrepreneur, like you have to, of course, like there are many things that you do by yourself and that you implement and that you can plan, but there are also tons of opportunities that just knock on your door. And let's say, I don't know, there is this great conference where someone tells you that he can get you tickets for, or there is this meeting with like several people you want to network with, and that happens tomorrow for lunch or whatsoever. If you have a position as an employee, whether it's part-time or full-time, basically you won't be able to take all the opportunities that are needed for your social business to strive. A second reason is that people who advise you to still keep a job, or at least a small job or a part-time job on the side, usually they are employees themselves. I actually have never ever heard an entrepreneur advise to someone who aspires to become one, keep your job just in case. Just because usually people, when they give you advices, whether they are like good friends or people you meet, they often project their own fears onto you. So let's say this person really is afraid of not being able to pay the rent. So they would advise you to keep a job, not because it's a good solution for you, but because it reflects their own fear of not being able to pay the rent. Maybe some people need some security and don't dare to take the risk to become an entrepreneur, or other, like the social status that they have with their good position in their good company. And so, like, if they advise you to keep your job, maybe it's just a reflection of their own fears and their own motivations, basically. So don't listen too much to people's advices, and really think what is best for you. A third reason is, if you don't believe enough in your social business idea, you don't believe enough in it so much that you are not willing to work full time on it, then how do you expect investors, how do you expect partners, how do you expect customers to like trust this business idea of yours? So, like, not only you will miss opportunities, not only it will slow down your social enterprise, it's also a bad image for your social business itself, because it means that you don't actually believe in it. That's it. I'm not telling you to quit your job tomorrow or today just after watching this video. As I mentioned to you, it took me 6 months between the moment I was really tired of my job and the moment that I, had this talk with the HR lady to let go of it and start my social venture for real. So depending on what stage you are, you may decide to like work on your project on the side, but don't make that last too long. I see with my clients, I like most of my clients are working full time on their project, but I have two clients who actually have good jobs, full time positions, and that work on their social business idea on the side. But both of them have an exit plan. Both of them know exactly when they are going to quit those positions, and so they kind of have a deadline and they know where they want to be when their job finishes. And so you can work on your business model, you can work on your business idea, maybe even on the financing part while you're still working. But when you launch it and when you need to look for partners and customers, then you need to be full-time dedicated to your social enterprise. Voilà, I hope this is helpful. If you know other people who are struggling or wondering if they should quit their job or not in order to launch their social enterprise, don't hesitate to share this video with them. And I'll see you next week for the next weekly tip.